Chosen one, hear me now. You are standing at the threshold of something that will either break you beyond repair or build you into the unstoppable force I created you to be. There is no middle ground in what's unfolding. You are either being refined or being reduced. I have allowed the pressure to intensify, not to destroy you, but to expose what you still carry that cannot survive in your next level. This moment is not an accident. It's a divine confrontation. Everything in you that is weak, fearful, or attached to the wrong version of yourself is being brought to the surface. I am forcing it out because I love you too much to let you carry dead weight into destiny. What's breaking you now is also shaping the foundation of who you are becoming. There's a reason why it feels like you're being pulled apart from every direction. This is not chaos, it's precision. I am breaking every false dependency, every counterfeit comfort, and every lingering insecurity that keeps you from standing in the full authority of who I called you to be. The pain you're feeling is not punishment, it's purification. I am not testing your strength, I am unveiling your resilience. You are being separated from everything that's common because your calling is uncommon. Do not mistake this breaking for abandonment. I have never been closer to you than I am right now. What looks like ruin is actually your redefinition. You've been asking me for increase, for clarity, for divine power, and now I'm answering in a way that doesn't feel like a gift, but it is. The pressure is the portal. The breakdown is the gateway to your rebuild. I am not just adjusting your circumstances, I am reconstructing your soul. This is not about your comfort, it's about your commission. You were not chosen for ease. You were chosen to carry something the earth has never seen before. So I must dig deep. I must shake loose the hidden fears, the generational weight, and the identity you've outgrown. The real you is emerging, and it requires the death of who you used to be. Don't fight the breaking. Trust it. What you're mourning right now is not loss. It's pruning. I am cutting away attachments that seemed loyal, but were secretly limiting. I'm severing relationships that soothed your ego, but suffocated your anointing. You cried for clarity. This is it. I'm not here to explain your pain. I'm here to repurpose it. Every betrayal, every setback, every closed door is a scalpel in my hand. I'm not careless with your suffering. I am surgical with your breakthrough. What feels like abandonment is alignment. What feels like rejection is redirection. Stay still, I'm working. The enemy wants you to believe that you're being punished, but I say you're being positioned. This is divine strategy. I'm stripping you down to your core because that's where your power lives. You don't need applause to be effective. You don't need understanding to be anointed. You need obedience. You need surrender. You need to believe that I am still good even when life feels unbearable. That's what separates the called from the chosen. You are not just in transition, you are in transformation. The pressure is producing proof that you've passed the test. Chosen one, you're not losing control. You're releasing what was never yours to manage. Let go. I'm removing what you thought you needed so I can reveal what I've already prepared. The season you're entering requires clean hands and a cleared heart. You can't take bitterness into breakthrough. You can't take fear into fulfillment. I am doing deep work in hidden places because what I'm about to reveal in you will be undeniable. You are being prepared for public glory by enduring private fire. Do not waste this furnace. Lean in, listen. Let me finish what I started. You will come out of this either broken or built, but that choice is yours. I've given you access to my strength, but I won't override your will. You must decide, will you yield or will you resist? Will you grow or will you grieve what I'm trying to remove? You can't cling to the old and step into the new. This is a defining hour. Choose me. Choose trust. Choose surrender. Choose the version of you I already see. If you stay the same, you'll survive. But if you let me finish, you'll ascend. And I didn't choose you just to survive. I chose you to shake nations. Now hear me. Nothing that's falling apart is greater than what I'm putting together. I am still in control. Even in the silence I am speaking. Even in the pain I am present. You are not abandoned. You are being advanced. What feels like delay is divine development. I don't waste anything, especially not the tears of my chosen. I'm counting every cry, storing every groan, and translating every sigh into strategy. Your pain has a purpose. and if you stay with me, I will build you into something unshakable. Chosen One, I need you to understand this. What's shaking in your life is not the enemy, it's me. I'm overturning foundations you trusted that I never told you to build on. I'm confronting the structures you called safe that were actually stealing your growth. This is not sabotage, it's sanctification. You prayed for destiny but still lived in survival. I can't allow you to remain in that contradiction. You've been living with open wounds and calling it strength. You've been adapting to dysfunction and calling it normal. But I am not the God of survival. I am the God of resurrection. And I am raising you from everything that buried your power. You keep asking me why it's so painful, why it's so relentless, why it feels like you're being undone from the inside out. It's because you are. I am not interested in surface healing. I am uprooting trauma that became your identity. I am extracting lies that lived in your bloodstream. This is deliverance at the deepest level. I am not just restoring you, I am rewiring you. The fire is not to punish you, it's to purify you. Every false role, every self-protective layer, every unspoken vow is being stripped right now. You are being rebuilt from truth. There's a version of you I authored that hell is terrified of. That version doesn't beg for love, doesn't settle for less, doesn't apologize for the weight of their calling. That version carries authority, discernment, and peace that cannot be shaken. But to become that version, you must die to every version you created to survive. You were never meant to live hidden, muted, or reactive. You were meant to command, declare, and create. The real you is emerging, not the one trained by trauma, but the one anointed by heaven. I'm not just calling you higher, I'm calling you home. You are not crazy, you are not broken beyond repair. You are being awakened. You feel everything more deeply now because you've stepped into spiritual sensitivity. You're not fragile, you're discerning. The weeping is not weakness, it's washing away residue. The tension you feel is your spirit outgrowing its cage. You've tolerated too much for too long, and now your soul is rebelling against bondage. That discomfort you feel is sacred. Don't numb it, honor it. It's the signal that freedom is near, and I won't let you miss it. Let's lock this in. Smash that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Drop 55 in the comments. It's your confirmation of covenant and divine alignment. Chosen One, I'm not just freeing you from people, I'm freeing you from patterns. You're not just leaving relationships, you're leaving repetitions. The same cycles, the same triggers, the same emotional traps. They're breaking now. This is more than behavior change. This is bloodline disruption. I am using your life to rewrite the narrative. The patterns that ruled your family stop with you. The silence, the shame, the scarcity. It ends here. You are the interruption. You are the deliverer. You are the chosen. And nothing is going to stop this shift. You've been praying for me to remove certain people, but I'm more interested in removing the parts of you that kept choosing them. The wounds that craved familiarity over freedom. The insecurities that settled for attention over love. The fear that mistook chaos for passion. I am not just rearranging your circle, I'm reordering your soul. I am healing the version of you that kept accepting less because they didn't know better. And now you will know better, you will choose better, because you are becoming better. I am renewing your discernment. Don't run from this fire, it's not here to consume you, it's here to consecrate you. I'm sealing you in this moment. You won't return to what broke you. You won't recycle old seasons. What tried to hold you is losing its grip. What used to tempt you is losing its taste. What once called you back is now repelled by your transformation. You are not going backward. You are not falling off. You are being launched. And though it feels like falling, this is flight. I've designed this moment to deliver you into a life of authority. Let them think you're losing everything. Let them talk. Let them misjudge this season. What looks like loss is actually your launching pad. They don't see what I see. They don't hear what I've spoken over you. Let them laugh, let them doubt. When I'm done with you, they won't recognize you. They will witness your rise and they won't be able to explain it. But you will know. This was the moment it all shifted. This was the moment I built you from the ground up. Chosen One, hear me clearly. This is the moment where your history meets my sovereignty. Everything that has led you here was not random. It was orchestrated. I allowed every detour, every disappointment, every dark night, because I knew this would be the hour you would decide to stop surviving and start surrendering. I did not bring you this far to leave you questioning your worth. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are precisely where I needed you to be, for the greatest unveiling of my power in your life. You've walked through valleys that others didn't survive. You've cried tears that only I witnessed. And while others thought you were broken beyond repair, I was deepening your capacity to carry glory. You don't even realize the weight you hold. You have been trained in silence, strengthened in storms, refined in rejection. And now you are being revealed, not for applause, but for impact. You are not called to impress. You are called to transform. And this moment marks the beginning of your unveiling. No more shrinking, no more doubting. It's time. Everything you went through was allowed to expose what could no longer stay hidden. The pride had to die. The people-pleasing had to die. The obsession with being understood had to die. You cannot carry divine power and still crave human validation. I didn't choose you because you were perfect. I chose you because you were willing. You said yes even when you didn't understand. You kept going even when you were weary. You trusted me even when I was silent. That's why you're here. That's why this is your moment. I am building something eternal in you. Let me be clear. What you're stepping into now won't make sense to others. It's going to look too fast, too big, too sudden. But that's how I move. I don't follow human timelines. I follow eternal design. And when I release a chosen one into their next level, there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. Don't waste your time explaining yourself. Just walk, just build, just obey. The fruit will speak for you. The favor will defend you. The acceleration will prove that I was with you all along. And those who doubted will be left speechless. You are not waiting on a sign. You are the sign. You are the proof that I still raise the overlooked, still use the broken, still choose the forgotten. Your life is about to shift from testimony to evidence. What I do in you next won't just be inspiring. It will be undeniable. They will have to acknowledge that it was me. I'm about to confirm your calling through visible breakthrough. The things you used to only talk about are about to manifest in real time. The delay is over. The silence is breaking. The reveal is happening. This is the part where you rise. This is the part where you stop replaying the pain and start preparing for purpose. No more rehearsing old wounds. No more justifying your hesitation. I have already approved you. I have already appointed you. What you thought was disqualification was actually the preparation. I used it all. The heartbreak, the failure, the confusion, to make you ready. And now heaven has cleared the runway. The gate is open. The release is now. All I need is your yes, not your perfection, your yes. Chosen one, don't wait for everyone to catch up before you move. They're not assigned to your next. They weren't present in the fire, so they won't understand your rise. Stop shrinking to stay accessible. Stop editing your glory to remain palatable. I called you to rise, not to please. I called you to shift atmospheres, not entertain opinions. This is a divine elevation, and it won't come with universal applause, but it will come with unmistakable evidence. I'm raising you with clarity, with authority, with fire. This next version of you is unshakable. Remember this. I never waste pain. I always finish what I start. And what I've started in you will not be interrupted. Hell tried, but it failed. Trauma tried, but it failed. People tried, but they failed. You are still here. And because you're still here, I am not done. Your eyes have not seen and your ears have not heard the magnitude of what I'm about to release. Stay in position. Stay surrendered. Stay ready. This will not break you. It will build you into something eternal. Chosen one, I'm calling you into maturity, not the kind that pleases people, but the kind that pleases me. It's time to grow beyond surface emotions, beyond instant reactions, beyond wounded responses. I am training you in spiritual intelligence. This means you can no longer afford to be led by your feelings. You are not called to react. You are called to reign. The power I've placed in you demands discernment, and that discernment must now guide every move, every word, every alignment. You are no longer a child in the spirit. You are a leader, and leaders must move differently. You've been learning in silence, observing, discerning. noticing what others missed. And now I'm going to use that training. What others saw as passivity was actually wisdom. You didn't waste time, you studied the room, you discerned patterns, you read spirits. And now, when I position you, you'll move with precision, you'll speak with weight, you'll walk with a clarity that exposes darkness. You don't need to convince anyone of your anointing, the fruit will prove it. Your silence has built a depth that cannot be denied. The next time you speak, atmospheres will shift. I've allowed you to walk through hidden battles to birth public power. You overcame what would have crushed others, and now your wisdom is being weaponized. You don't need to quote 100 scriptures to carry my authority. You live it. You embody it. You reflect it. You have walked with me in the shadows, and now I'm about to spotlight what I've been shaping. But remember, this next level will require restraint. Just because you can speak doesn't mean you should. Just because you're right doesn't mean you must prove it. Your wisdom is not for arguments, it's for impact. This season is not about proving people wrong, it's about proving me right. You don't have to clap back, you don't have to defend yourself. Let me vindicate you. Let me handle what your flesh wants to fix. If you fight every battle, you'll forfeit your strength. And you'll need your strength for what's ahead. What's coming isn't just a moment of elevation, it's a lifestyle of responsibility. You will carry weight, but you will not carry it alone. I will be with you. I will sustain you. I will surround you with divine help. You are not entering alone. You're entering backed by heaven. You must understand, this is bigger than you. I'm not just raising you up for your own healing. I'm raising you for impact, for legacy, for generational breakthrough. Your life is a bridge, your deliverance is a doorway. What I'm doing in you will unlock others. Your surrender will break cycles. Your obedience will open paths. You are not just surviving, you are trailblazing. You are leading others out of what tried to bury them. That's why the breaking was so intense. It wasn't just for you, it was for every life connected to yours. There is no room for guilt in your rise. Stop apologizing for being chosen. Stop downplaying the magnitude of what I've placed on you. You are not arrogant. You are appointed. Humility does not mean silence. It means surrender. And you, chosen one, have surrendered more than they know. You've said yes in private. You've obeyed in tears. You've sacrificed without applause. And now I'm about to elevate you in ways no one can deny. Not because you forced it, but because you yielded. You don't need to fear success. You don't need to self-sabotage anymore. You are not too much, you are not unworthy, you are not an accident. Every part of you is intentional. Every detail of your personality, your voice, your journey, I crafted it with divine precision. You don't need to fit in, you were never meant to. Your difference is your distinction. I'm not going to use you in spite of your uniqueness. I'm going to use you because of it. It's time to own it fully. Stand tall, speak boldly, move freely. You are who I say you are. You've been faithful with little. Now watch what I do with your yes. I'm about to bring you into rooms you didn't chase. I'm about to open doors you didn't knock on. I'm about to give you influence without compromise, favor without striving, impact without manipulation. You don't need to hustle to earn what I've already written. This is divine release. Stay anchored in me, and I'll do what no one else can. This will not break you. It will build you, elevate you, and align you with everything I promised. Chosen one, the opposition you've been facing is not a sign that you're off course. It's confirmation that you're on target. The attacks intensified because you stepped into territory that hell hoped you'd never access. Every spiritual assault, every mental war, every emotional weight, it's all been designed to distract you from your divine momentum. But what the enemy didn't expect was your endurance. He tried to exhaust you, he tried to break your spirit, but instead you've been fortified, you've been battle-tested, and now you're dangerous to darkness. I let the storm hit to show you what could no longer stay. The relationships that faded weren't punishment, they were protection. The doors that closed weren't rejection, they were redirection. I removed what you thought you needed so I could prove that I alone am your source. When I strip you, it's never to leave you empty. It's to make room for what's real. I'm not subtracting from you. I'm preparing you for multiplication. And multiplication only happens after pruning. So don't mourn what I removed. Celebrate what's coming. Your authority has increased because of your submission. You bowed low when pride tempted you. You kept quiet when provoked. You stayed faithful when forgotten. And now I'm raising you up, not just with visibility, but with voice. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will command attention, not because of charisma, but because of consecration. You didn't build this platform, I did. And now I'm going to use you to awaken, to restore, to revive. You're not just a vessel, you're a movement. The pressure you've been under is producing clarity. You're beginning to see what actually matters. You're no longer seduced by noise. You're not moved by shallow applause. You don't crave access. You crave accuracy. You want me more than you want recognition. That's what makes you usable. That's what makes you trustworthy. That's why I'm pouring into you at this level. You passed the test of silence. Now you'll carry the sound of glory. What broke others built you, and what crushed others crowned you. I'm not just restoring what you lost, I'm revealing what you never knew was yours. Hidden gifts, untapped authority, supernatural wisdom, divine creativity. It's all been buried beneath the rubble of your old self. But now that the old has died, the hidden treasure is rising. You're not just coming back stronger, you're coming back new. And what you're stepping into has never been seen before. Not in your bloodline, not in your circle, not in your past. This is a new order, a new anointing, a new expression of me through you. Don't try to copy what others have done. I didn't choose you to imitate. I chose you to innovate. What I'm birthing through you hasn't been modeled. That's why it's felt lonely. That's why it's been hard to explain. You've been carrying something that can't be understood by those who've never walked your path. Stop seeking validation from voices I never sent. Stop looking backward for approval. I'm doing a new thing and you don't need permission to walk in it. Just move. I am breathing on your creativity now. Ideas that seemed too big are now becoming blueprints. Visions that felt too risky are becoming instructions. You are about to build what they said was impossible. And it won't be by might. It won't be by intellect. It will be by my spirit. Watch what I do through your obedience. Watch how I fund it. Watch how I send the right people. You don't need connections, you need direction. And I'm giving you that now. Trust the download. Act on the prompt. This is not imagination. It's revelation. And remember, the resistance is proof that the assignment is real. You're not being fought because you're weak. You're being fought because you're weighty. But the enemy cannot stop what I've ordained. You are not fragile. You are fire. You are not hidden. You are being unveiled. This will not break you. It will build you into a force that hell will regret ever messing with. Chosen one, I need you to hear me with your spirit now. This is not just a moment of healing, it is a moment of commissioning. I am not merely mending your brokenness, I am preparing your feet for places you've never stood before. The pain prepared the ground. The loss created the hunger. The isolation created the space for revelation. I've been speaking in ways you couldn't hear until everything else went silent. And now, you're not just restored, you're activated. Your steps from here are no longer random, they're ordered. You are not wandering anymore. You are walking in divine rhythm. I've placed in you a fire that no storm can extinguish. This isn't passion, it's purpose. This isn't emotion, it's assignment. I let the flame burn through your comfort zones. I let it expose your fragile places. Because where you are going, you can't afford to carry instability. Your identity had to be settled in me. Your confidence had to be rooted in my voice. Your foundation had to be unshakable. And now that it is, I'm sending you into places that intimidated you before, into atmospheres that once silenced you, into territories that once rejected you. Now you walk in authority. The people around you may not recognize this version of you, and that's okay. They weren't present for the wilderness. They didn't see the nights you wrestled with me. They didn't hear the cries, the breaking, the surrender. They only see the glow that came after the crushing, and they won't understand it. But they don't have to. I didn't call them. I called you. I'm not elevating you to impress them. I'm raising you to fulfill a mandate. You are walking into destiny, not popularity. You are carrying oil, not applause. The assignment is sacred. Don't treat it like it's common. You'll notice how quickly things begin to align now. Connections will form effortlessly. Doors will open without your hustle. Resources will come without your begging. This is what favor looks like. Not striving, but flowing. Not chasing, but attracting. not convincing, but commanding. I've gone ahead of you. I've touched the hearts of those who are assigned to help you. You don't need to manipulate, you don't need to push, just move with me. Trust the wind, trust the timing, trust the divine current pulling you into place. Stop questioning whether you're ready. You are. If you weren't, I wouldn't be releasing you now. Yes, you'll feel the fear, but you'll move anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's obedience in the face of it. And I'm with you. You won't do this alone. My spirit is your power. My voice is your compass. My presence is your guarantee. When you speak, I will fill your mouth. When you step, I will part the waters. When you obey, I will perform. You are not alone. You are sent. You may not have the full blueprint yet, but that's not a problem for me. I don't need you to see everything. I need you to trust me with the next step. This is where faith becomes sight. As you walk, the way will open. As you speak, the atmosphere will shift. As you build, the provision will appear. Stop waiting for certainty. Move in conviction. Stop waiting for approval. Move in anointing. I've already authorized you. What you carry is real. What you release is holy. What you're birthing is eternal. And yes, you will be misunderstood. Yes, some will fall away, but don't grieve what cannot go with you. This elevation requires separation. Everyone cannot walk where I'm taking you. Their comfort cannot outweigh your calling. Their opinions cannot override my instruction. Release them in peace, bless them in silence, and keep moving. Your life is not on pause, it's in progress. Every no was necessary. Every delay was divine. What looked like rejection was redirection. What felt like loss was strategic pruning. And now it's your season to emerge. Chosen one, you've been hidden for long enough. I'm pulling you forward now, not for applause but for assignment, not for image but for impact, not for attention but for alignment. You've been forged in fire, tested in silence, refined in pain. Now you rise. This will not break you. It will build you into everything I designed you to be. Chosen one, this next level is not about elevation, it's about execution. You are no longer waiting for a sign, you are carrying the solution. I've filled you, shaped you, prepared you, not so you could boast, but so you could build. This is the season where your vision becomes reality. No more rehearsing, no more delaying, no more doubting. I've already stamped my approval, and now heaven is backing your every step. You don't need perfect conditions to begin. You need bold obedience. The earth is groaning for what I've placed inside you to manifest. You've been praying for me to use you, but I'm telling you, I already am. The conversations you thought were random, the impressions you couldn't shake, the places you kept being sent, they were assignments. I've been deploying you quietly, and now I'm doing it visibly. What used to be whispers will become declarations. What used to be seeds will become fruit. I'm not just using your words, I'm using your presence. You don't have to force it. You don't have to pretend. You simply need to show up, fully aligned with me. Your life will speak before your mouth does. You're not too late. You didn't miss it. You're not behind. The timeline you were comparing yourself to was never divine. I've kept you in my perfect timing. Every delay was development. Every pause was preparation. You are right on time for what I've assigned. Stop replaying old regrets and step into present purpose. You don't have to make up for lost time. I will redeem it. What others achieved through striving, I will release to you through obedience. My grace will accelerate you. What took them 10 years will take you 1. This is divine efficiency. The vision I gave you still stands. I haven't changed my mind. I haven't downgraded the promise. I haven't altered your calling to fit your comfort. What I spoke over you is still in motion, but now I need you to agree with it fully. No more double-mindedness. No more halfway surrender. If you say yes, mean it. If you trust me, show it. Your agreement with my voice is the activation key. Your yes releases the next level, and once you step in, momentum will take over. I will do in days what would have taken you decades. Before we go any further, take a second. Like this message if it's hitting home. Subscribe so you don't miss the next divine instruction. Comment 55 to seal your covenant with me. New beginnings and divine alignment are already unfolding. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for posture, a heart that stays open, ears that stay tuned, feet that stay ready. I'll guide you as you go. Don't overplan what I've already ordained. Don't stress about outcomes, I've already settled them. What I need from you is presence, sensitivity, flexibility. I'm moving swiftly now, and the ones who flow with me will walk in supernatural results. Your steps will be small, but the impact will be massive. Trust the ripple effect. What you're doing now will echo into eternity. This is why the warfare was so intense. The enemy wasn't attacking where you are, he was terrified of where you're going. He saw glimpses of your future, he sensed the oil, he feared your release. That's why he sent distractions, delays, discouragement. But they failed. You're still here. And now you're stronger. You're wiser, you're clearer, you're more surrendered. And that surrender is your secret weapon. Hell can't stop a soul that's fully yielded. You are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. You're not recovering. You're rising. You've crossed over now. The old you is gone. The insecure version, the apologetic version, the shrinking version, they've died in the fire. What remains is fire-tested, storm-proven, and heaven-certified. You are walking in divine identity. No more second-guessing. No more people-pleasing. No more playing small. You are stepping into divine clarity and unstoppable momentum, and it will be seen. Your light is no longer hidden. Your gifts are no longer dormant. Your voice is no longer silenced. You are awake, and everything around you is about to respond. This, chosen one, is not the end of a journey. It's the beginning of impact. The world will be changed because of your yes. Lives will be transformed because you surrendered. Chains will break because you obeyed. This will not break you. It has built you. You are no longer becoming, you are. And now, it's time to walk in the fullness of everything I've promised. Chosen one, everything you've survived has led to this moment. You're not here by luck, accident, or coincidence. You are here because my hand kept you when you didn't think you'd make it. You are standing in a divine intersection where old cycles end and new realms begin. What I'm unlocking for you now will shift not just your life, but the lives of those around you. You are not the same person who walked through the fire. You've emerged marked, refined, and sealed by my presence. The weight of this transformation will not crush you, it will carry you. You are ready. You must understand that I chose you not because you had it all together, but because you were willing to break and still believe. You kept praying when you had no proof. You kept showing up when everything in you wanted to quit. That faith, raw, trembling, and unshaken, is what I honor. And now I'm about to reward you openly for what you endured privately. They didn't see the cost, but they'll see the glory. What I pour into your life now will silence every critic and every fear. This is not just your comeback, it's your confirmation. You are exactly who I said you were. You will not walk alone from this point forward. I am assigning the right people, the right doors, and the right timing to accompany your next steps. You won't have to force it. I'm orchestrating it. The pressure is lifting, the fog is clearing, and the wind of my spirit is behind you now. Walk boldly, speak clearly, move intentionally. Everything you touch will begin to multiply. What you plant will flourish. What you declare will manifest. You are no longer trying, you are executing. And I'm with you in every step, every breath, every moment. Let me remind you, chosen one, this was never about survival. It was about stewardship. I didn't raise you to just make it. I raised you to reign. Your life will become a blueprint. Your obedience will unlock blueprints for others. Your breakthrough will be the beginning of someone else's deliverance. Stay humble, stay surrendered, stay hungry. The enemy lost, your purpose won, and now you rise. Not in your strength, but in mine. Not with fear, but with fire. Not with doubt, but with destiny.